Hello and welcome to more Dark Souls 2 with me, Oni Black Mage. I am currently feeling a lot better. I'm no longer sick, so I'm so glad to be doing this now when I'm not all nasally and I don't sound all monotone, and I'm really low energy. So if you notice that kind of tonal shift in the last few episodes, that's kind of what was going on. I was kind of kicking a cold, basically, and I'm feeling a lot better. 100% better, 100% more active, and I'm 100% more excited to be playing this again. Finishing this up, actually, as we move into more Dark Souls 2. We are currently in the Brightstone Cove Tseldora. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue very well. And I visited this earlier, but chose to backtrack and go defeat the Royal Rat Authority, which was really more like a dog than a rat, but eh. And I noticed that the primary residents here are definitely these sort of infected or not infected, I mean, well, maybe possessed, you know? The peasant hat. Nice. These definitely sort of dark zombie villagers. Definitely not all as well in this little town. And it sure is little. Other than this giant cathedral in the distance, there mostly just seems to be a few living residents left, if you can call them living. And they're definitely living in these little tents here. Nice, alright. Name of the game is, since we're mostly going against undead, is definitely fire. And I've spent some time upgrading myself. I'm still choosing to keep the stats the way they are, but I'm moving more and more to the fact that it's like, I really kind of regret my choice of putting so much into my strength. Now, that really helped when fighting those lion guys when I was going toe-to-toe in melee. But I think going back past that point, I have a soul vessel, and it turns out if you go see one of the Red Witches in the very beginning, you know, the people that you first talk to and then make your character, you can talk to her again if you have a soul vessel in hand, and she'll offer to reset your character again, or at least for the stat wise, not necessarily your entire visual appeal. And you can do that with a small penalty to your levels, which is fine, actually, in my opinion, because I still haven't burned any of my boss souls, so I've been storing them because I always like to keep that as insurance. I never really burn my souls immediately. I always hold on to them until I need them in just the right moment, and I'm probably going to keep going a little bit further, clear a few more zones, but the moment I start struggling with this character, I want to redo him in such a manner that is more befitting of his kind of Archmage archetype. I had fun doing the Mage Knight sort of deal, and that certainly did help out. But I believe that the way they redid sorcery in this game, it's a lot better to be a sorcerer and faith character mix than it is to be a sorcerer with a little bit of melee onto them. Alright, so these are interesting boulder traps there. The first guy killed himself trying to, like, you know, do that, so that's kind of cool. I wonder if those reset. And we're just collecting more souls. Brightstone Cove Tseldora. Pretty linear pathways so far. These villagers are pretty quick on their feet, and wow, even with my heavy armor, their little pickaxes, gardening hoes still deal a lot of damage, just because they're all covered in wow, I hate it when that happens. Every once in a while, you throw your fire past somebody, or when you're aiming at somebody and they're behind you, sometimes you'll turn around and shoot your magic arrow in the completely opposite direction. Sometimes the auto-target does that. That's every once in a while that's happened. Let's see. Just like every once in a while, there's collision detection issues in this. And I blame that on the Havoc engine that they built this game on. I've played other games with the Havoc engine, I noticed that sometimes there's collision issues. The thing is, like, say, if there's an explosion or an area effect attack, like a fireball or a breath weapon or something like that, then it will pass through solid objects. However, if it's like a small, like, single arrow like what I'm doing here, it will not pass through solid objects, usually. Sometimes I've had my soul arrow pass through somebody entirely for some reason. It doesn't happen often, it's certainly not a game-breaking glitch, but it kind of is annoying when you do encounter it. So, maybe for the new gen, when they make the next Dark Souls. Because I have no doubt that this game is going to do so well to warrant a sequel. I bet they're already thinking of stuff for it, and we'll probably see in maybe another 2-3 years. I think everybody that's played this game you know, provided coming into the right mentality, that it's a fantastic game. I've seen little to no complaints from people that I play with about it. And that to me is a good product of good game design. Alright, so spiders. I'm seeing the subtle hint here that we're going to see lots of spiders down here. Spiders mean spider webs. Spiders mean poison. And spiders usually mean that there's a spider queen somewhere down there they're going to have to fight. I mean, I'm just going off 100% of every single RPG logic ever. Speaking of which, spiders mean tiny little ambushes and holes and hordes of them. There's going to be hordes of them coming out. Let's see, I went back to Strayed, finally picked up Flame Swath. I mean, I could have used Flame Swath so many other times, but I chose, right now it's probably pretty serious, I'm going to need it. Ambush Head, yep, not surprising. Ooh, Bug Head, huh? Oh, yeah, there's a spider, not that type of... Not the jewel bug, or the one that drops metal and stuff like that, and ore. For all I know, that's a mimic as well. I don't see any bloodstains in front of it, so it might not be. Alright, well, these guys are actually pretty weak. Probably should have brought my regular soul arrow, actually. I feel bad wasting great soul arrow on them. Good news is these guys aren't very fast, but the fact that there's so many of them probably means that they can definitely rush me and all, you know, chew down into me. I don't necessarily want to stand and find out. I don't exactly have the highest adaptability, so my poison resistance and all that isn't exactly very high. Incidentally, I feel really dumb because there was a prayer that removes poison. I think it's called Cleanse or something like that. Oh, that was a trap, I think. Oh, that was useless. And it does remove poison, actually, and I've been very foolish in not packing that with me, even though I believe I have it. So, whatever. Survived. Ooh, another mist door. Illusion ahead, huh? Alright. Good catch. Fine work indeed. Water, huh? Ah, thank you very much, an Estus Flask Shard. Let's see, are any additional hidden walls? So I felt a little silly for not knowing that there are two type of walls. The type you can smash through, the type you can apparently just tap use and it will go through. It is really hard to see what are hidden walls. Sometimes you have to go by your instinct. Alright, so there's a boss ahead. Let me get Flame Swath open. Let's burn him up. Alright, pretty sure I'm pretty prepared. I got my Pyromancy up, and let's step through this mist. Okay, it's a boss. Oh! That was a dual KO. Okay, so I walked in, I killed the priest leading this congregation of priests, other priests, and zombies. But these other two priests lightning speared me at the same time. And I took that like a champ. Jeez. That was like a quick draw contest, like the old West Spaghetti Western style. You just kind of walk through the swing doors, immediately quick draw. I shot him, his two buddies shot me. That fight did not even last 5 seconds. Alright. No problem. Now that I know what to expect, we can play at this game. Man, these guys are fast. I think the reason why the Armored Mage works so well in the beginning of the game is because so many enemies are martial. They use weapons and things like that. But later on, when I think we're going to start encountering a few more beasts that have special attacks or elemental attacks or mages and things like that, as we clearly are now starting to do, I may have to start moving more into a more mage-like role for the magic defense, as well as just specializing and making that better. I plan on taking my intelligence all the way to 99 and then filling everything else up with faith and stuff like that. I do believe in hitting like a truck. One of the problems I have is the best mage armor I can find right now is a mix between Strade's black set, basically his black robe set, which looks really cool, but the only thing that's really valuable in there is his hood, which reduces casting time, and the Lion Mage outfit, which, granted, looks really cool. But you know, I'm gonna pick this up later because I'm gonna fast forward to the point where I do a boss fight, just in case they keep killing me. So I'm gonna pause here and pick up there. All right, ready to enter this mist one more time. All right, so here's the deal. We have the Prowling Magus right here and the Congregation. All right, so I just tried shooting past these guys. Fortunately, these guys do not have a fast casting time, and they're both priests. How did that miss both of them? Alright, so the zombies that are surrounding them are just scrub little zombies. They're not difficult, they're not even strong, they're not even much of a threat. The biggest threat in this room are definitely these two clerics. I should not have used my Drangleic shield, I should have used my, I believe my Golden Wing shield, because that one is a spell resistance shield and has really good spell resistance, which you should use against these guys. If you have a lightning resistance ring, that will probably help. Otherwise, fire is the name of the game. Your pyromancy glove will be the best. Ooh, okay. Advice number 2, hide in these piers. The pier rows, they will not shoot past their lightning bolt, it'll catch my cover. Otherwise, clean up the mob, which just counts as the congregation, and this is a very simple encounter. There we go. None of them are very strong, especially against fire, so we're gonna have to burn this church procession down. Alright, see you guys, bye. Alright. So now we're moving on more into this Brightstone Cove. Here. I see a ladder here. Let's not go up just yet. For all I know, it goes into another Belfry PvP zone. What was I talking about before the cut? It's an interesting area. Oh, that's right, I was talking about mages. Yeah, I was talking about the mage things. As I look on, this guy looks like a wizard because he has a little staff there. The best mage robe set right now is most likely the Lion Mage robe, because every article on there, pretty much, except for the head, which I didn't really get a headpiece, and I don't know if there is one, which is fine because I can replace that with Strade's black robe headset, is increasing casting time, which is invaluable. Because with mages, the quicker you are, the quicker you can cast and roll away and all that. Agility is the name of your game. So being able to quick cast a lot of these big spells mean you can hit harder, hit faster, and you're basically, your best defense is a better offense. So I'm coming against this thing. I have not sinned. See, that's good. Cast in the name of God, ye not guilty. I appreciate that. Which only goes to prove that I really need to go more into faith, because my gosh, Lightning Spear is so much stronger in this game. And so much more applicable as well. Boy, I sure could have used that poison resistance ring on the last area. None of these are special. The problem I have with most mage outfits, and this is just a purely shallow preference. The problem I have with most mage outfits is nearly all of them look like dresses. Now, take that as you will. I'm not trying to make a sexist argument here. I'm just simply calling it as it is. Most robes, and I know robes are like, well, you know, robes versus, I mean, there's not too much thing, like, what do you really want? It's like, I don't know. What this guy's wearing over here, look, I mean, it looks kind of, it's a robe, this overthrow, but it looks really cool. It looks like a, there's ways to make robes look cool. Like, Strain's robes look cool. This guy's black robes look cool. The Lion Mage thing looks like this giant shamanistic dress. You know, the clerical garb that they showed earlier looks like a dress. Even the description for your starting mage robe says this is intended for a female, so I'm not even making that up. It's like, gosh, I just look like some dude in some ugly frumpy dress. Terrible. I might as well have just played a lady. Because I'm putting on the mage lion thing, I'm wearing this looks absolutely ridiculous. These stats are great, but I look absolutely ridiculous. I'm one of those, it's like, you know what, if I can help it, I'd like to be powerful and look kind of cool. And if I can't look cool, if I have to look like a lady, I might as well just play a lady. And again, I could just go to Things Betwixt and just turn myself into a lady. More Skeptic Spice is nice. Yeah, we seem to be facing more and more mages now. Ooh, more bonfire aesthetic. That'll be excellent for more grinding later, when I find a good grinding zone. This wasn't exactly a good grinding zone at all. It's also a short zone when you think about it. Alright, so that guy, apparently if you sin, then you can go to that guy and he'll just forgive you. Huh, another red summon sign. Alright, this is obviously a lady with a katana. Well, not gonna fight you, lady. Ooh, nice, perfect. Okay. And you know what, we're gonna continue on just a little bit more. Even though this would be a good pausing spot. Let's check out, let's go see what's beyond. Some of these shadows effects are kind of interesting. When I was taking computer graphics and game design, one of the things they made us do was build a shadow engine from scratch, just to kind of understand and drill into us cruelly, I might add, how difficult it is to do effective shadows. And now I cannot play a game. That experience just traumatized me to where I cannot play a game now without looking at the shadows and remembering the many, many, many nights I spent as a young college student looking at shadows and trying to create them digitally. Shadows are a complex field by itself. My gosh. And when you think about it, it's something that you take for granted in many cases. Could be worse, could be water. My gosh, water effects. To the layman, you have no idea how hard that is to do effective water. It's so complex. We barely understand how water works in real life. Alright, let's see. Casters ahead, huh? Oh, look at these casters are pretty troublesome. What is that? Oh, that's homing soul arrow. Darn it. Ow, that kind of stinks. Alright, so we have casters here that cast homing soul arrow. That's going to be troublesome. We have to do a dual exchange here. Alright, the good news is they're incredibly weak. Bad news is they cast pretty decently quickly, and they cast a decent punch, and there's probably more of them too. Alright, so we have left and we have right. And we have down. Oh, nice little bug. Alright, well, let me just hop down there. Let me get rid of this mage first before I jump down there into his homing soul arrow vicinity. Interesting. There's a red bug down there. I don't know if that's enough to run. or if I'm gonna have to jump. Pesky mages. I didn't even see that guy down there. Yes. All right. All right. Well, let's try jumping. I guess. I only have a choice. Oh, overshot. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I was gonna fall off. Oh, actually, that kind of worked out well. That is clearly a death pit. For all I know, there could be an antlion in the middle of there. I'm going to teleport back, actually. I should use that clerical spell on hand, the one that returns you. It basically serves the same purpose as Homeward Bone. Alright, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause here, and we're going to pick it up next time. So, thanks for watching. Again, please leave a like, and please follow and subscribe if you're not already. Appreciate all comments and helps and advice you have for this area. And we're going to pick it up more next time on Dark Souls 2 with me, Oni Black Mage. So, thanks for watching. Bye.